Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you are watching us from. Welcome to today's live. Today is a Day to Mastering Marriage webinar that is happening tomorrow, 27th of May 2026 on Zoom. We are going to be having 1 hour 30 minutes with me talking about confusions in marriage powered by Mastering Marriage. We are going to be delving right into why you are fighting in your early marriage, while you are feeling confused, while you are feeling like you married the wrong person. We are going to be talking a whole lot tomorrow. If you have not joined, you will see the link around this video. Click to register. Let us explore. Let us learn. Let us let us think together on how to make marriage more beautiful. But before I go on, I want to remind you of our PHCN people have started today. I go win now. Okay, so I want to remind you of our 2026 project as MREN. I am the founder of MREN. MREN means Marriage and Relationship Empowerment Network Forum. What we do is that we hold your hand as a new couple and walk you through how to build a beautiful, lasting, purposeful marriage. We make sure that we teach you how to make your marriage beautiful. We don't just teach you, we give you tools, we give you systems, we create systems with you. We create structures on ground that is going to make your marriage a beautiful one, because we understand that love without structure leads to frustration, and that is what is happening in a lot of homes. So we are passionate about younger marriage because we understand that foundation is key in everything we are doing. So if you get your foundation, your marriage foundation, which is 0 to 5 years, if you get it right, we are very sure that your 15, 25, 50 years of marriage will be blissful. That is why we are very, very passionate about newlyweds, marriages that are between 0 to 5 years. So that's what we do in MREN. But then again, we don't just teach how to build beautiful purposeful and lasting marriage. We also help couples financially, because we understand the effect of financial crisis of marriages. So this year we're going to be taking on a project that we call Hospital Visitation Initiative, and what we are going to be doing is I will be visiting 6 states, and we'll be seeing visiting 6 states and also 6 hospitals, and each hospitals we are going to be clearing hospital bills and giving baby essential to at least 3 mothers. So in all, or 3 parents. I prefer to use parents because we are getting the man, the woman and the baby involved. So we are going to be seeing 3 families per hospital. That is 18 families in all. That is what we are going to be doing. So if you want to support this program, which I will appreciate, we will plead that you support us, because we cannot do it alone. You will see our official account number around this video. Send us whatever you can, and then you will see admin number. You can send us a message. Again, if you have baby essentials for new babies, you can call on us. We will come and pick wherever you are. We are going to pay for the way bill. Please help us to achieve this so that we can put smile on these new couples faces, right? So tonight I'm going to be talking about something that nobody told us before we got married. Don't forget, my name is Lady Kate Eze. I am a certified marriage counselor, and I prefer to use a therapist because I don't just counsel you. I walk you through your process. I walk you through the pain we are having in your marriage, and I'm going to help you to walk through and come out better and bigger as couples, right? Tonight's conversation is very deep, honest, and very, very necessary. You will see my eyes moving because I am talking to both my Facebook and TikTok audience at the same time, right? So today, what are we going to be talking about? We are going to be talking about what I call that nobody told us that this marriage that marriage requires much intentionality. I'm very sure that you agree with me that many people entered marriage with love, excitement, expectations. The chemistry was high, the feeling was high, the emotions were high. We're just talking about how we love each other, how we can't wait to be in the hands of each other. We were all going in there to say, oh, I'm going in with my best friend, I'm going in with my lover, I'm going in with my this, my that. But however, nobody prepared us for a whole lot of things. No emotional walkthrough, no communication walkthrough, no healing walkthrough, no sacrifices, no patience. A lot of us were not trained this way. That's the truth. People say that women are prepared for marriage, but from what I observed on my counseling table, I don't think we are prepared for marriage pressure. Women are prepared on how to cook, clean, wash, and nurture babies. And men are prepared on how to provide. That's the only thing that we are trained. But marriage is beyond provision. Marriage is beyond house chores. Marriage is beyond giving birth. That's the truth, and that's the intentionality that we are talking about. Many couples thought that if we truly love each other, then everything the marriage should flow. But marriage is not sustained by love. In fact, from what I am seeing, right, marriage and love, they are 2 different things. That's the truth. And my own personal observation, I may be wrong, but as a marriage therapist, having spoken to a whole lot of couples, having worked with a whole lot of couples, I feel, I might be wrong, but that's my personal observation, that a lot of people go into marriage out of chemistry, not even love. A lot of people mistake chemistry to love, right? And that is why they go into that marriage, and in less than 1 week, 2 weeks, the chemistry will fade away and they began to feel choked, right? I was talking to a couple who is ready to separate just within 2 days. You heard me very well. 2 days of getting married, they were ready to go their separate ways. Couples, 2 days. Meanwhile, these people dated for 3 years and 4 months before they got married. But after 2 days of their marriage, they were ready to go their separate ways, right? So it was when we started digging in assessing them, that we got to understand that they got married based on chemistry, not love. And that is what is happening to a whole lot of people. Marriage is not sustained by love. Love can start you right going, it can start you getting to marry, but it will never sustain you. That's the truth of the matter. And this is one of the things that we are going to be discussing in Mastering Marriage, because I hear people, make noise about love your spouse, I don't love him anymore, I love him, and they make a whole lot of noise about love and marriage. The truth is, if you want to go into it, a lot of people did not go into marriage because of love. They actually went into marriage because of chemistry. And that is another conversation that will be happening in Mastering Marriage webinar, right? So they thought they were in love. They thought that everything should be, should go smoothly. But marriage is not sustained by love. That's the truth. Love cannot, is very far. I love him, I love her. It is very far, right? So please, if you like what we are doing here, like today is like the 23rd or 24th of this program. If you have not been following us, go and look for our from day one video. A lot of things has been said there. But Mastering Marriage webinar is happening tomorrow. Don't forget to jump in. Like I always say, if you don't acquire knowledge to build beautiful marriage, right, you will acquire knowledge to go through divorce and separation. So the choice is yours. Now, let's talk honestly this night. I want to talk about the few intentionality that we were not taught that marriage requires, right? And one of it I have said is that love is not enough. Right? Love is not enough. I mean, you can love someone deeply and you guys will keep fighting. In fact, it is even those people that claim that they love themselves so deeply they cannot do without each other. They are the ones that fight a lot, because what they were calling love, what they were calling I can't live without him, I can't live without her, is actually chemistry. It's actually an obsession, not really love. Because if you look into what love means, I'm sure that a lot of you will not be in your marriage, right? Because marriage needs communication skills, it needs emotional intelligence, it needs conflict management, it needs maturity, it needs self-control. All these things are things we are going to be, we are going to be looking into. We are going to be looking into when we go into the webinar proper, because some couples are confused, right? We love each other, but we are confused because we are always fighting. Number two intentionality that you and I didn't know that marriage needs is that nobody told us that marriage will expose our unhealed parts. You see this one. I'm going to be talking about emotional intelligence in the webinar. One thing that is dealing with a whole lot of couples is unhealed part of them. A lot of couples are bleeding on another person. They are bleeding based on their past relationship, past experience, family experience, friends, their place of work, what they listened to, what they heard, or what they witnessed, right? This evening, a mentee of mine was telling me something about the husband, that she's suspecting that the husband is cheating. Why? Because the husband came back late a few days ago, like 2 or 3 times. And I think she said the husband carried somebody in the car or something. That alone has made her to lose herself for 2 or 3 days. Something that you are not sure of, you are still perceiving, but already she has started losing herself, right? For me, and she mentioned something. She said, I don't want to lose my husband because it happened to me when I was single. I lost my boyfriend to a woman when I was single. Now it is trauma that is speaking. It is unhealed wound that is speaking, not what the husband actually did. Now she is bleeding on her husband for something some other person did, right? So nobody told us that marriage is going to expose your unhealed wound. Marriage is going to expose your trauma. Marriage is going to expose, your insecurities. It's going to expose your pride, your anger, your fear, your childhood trauma. I'm sure nobody told you that. Poor communication skill. A lot of us has very poor communication skill, and it will show up in the marriage. Some people thought that their spouse is the problem. Your spouse might not be the problem, right? But not realizing the aspect of the marriage that your wound is affecting is actually the problem. So you will require a personal growth. You will require tools that will help you to understand some of these things, which we are going to be discussing in Mastering Marriage webinar, right? Marriage will force you to become emotionally matured person. That's the truth of the matter. Number 3, intentionality nobody told us is that communication will require everyday work. You see, communication. I see some people that are single, when they talk in my office, I will just smile. They're talking to each other, or they're talking to friends, or even they're on phone. The way they talk, I will just smile. Just tell myself, by the time this one get married, no person go tell them, right? Many couples don't fail because they hate each other. They fail because of the communication pattern that they're using, right? Sometimes your tone destroys things. Yes, you have something very important you want to say, or something that makes you feel bad, but the way you will communicate it will destroy even your feelings. It creates silence. It creates assumption, defensive mechanism. Because that's the way you will communicate your hurt. Your spouse will turn to be defensive, and at the end of the day, he or she will discharge whatever it is that you are saying, right? So we didn't know that in marriage, communication will be very intentional thing, and you have to be very intentional on a daily basis. We're going to be talking more on this in the webinar. And the number 4 thing nobody told you and I, the intentionality that marriage requires, is nobody told us that busyness, being busy, can quietly destroy connection. You see, always running up and down making money, always taking care of the children, always, one dangerous thing that makes marriage to drift, right, is when couples are busy. You see, when you're busy with work, busy with children, responsibility, bills, suddenly you will forget that your spouse exists. You will forget to laugh together. You will forget to think deeply. You will forget to talk to each other. You will forget dating each other. Today I read about how somebody said, a woman said that they asked the woman, who is your emergency number? The woman said, it can't be my husband, because even if I call him, he will not pick his call. Now, there's possibility that the only thing they discuss on phone is bill or children. So when the man sees the call, the man already know he's talking about money. You want to talk about children, you want to talk about bill, right? There is no real communication. There is no real, there's no real love going on. Me and my husband, we can talk like, maybe I'm in the office and somebody laugh about something. I can call him and start gisting him about that laugh, right? He will be in his office and something happens. He will call me and start gisting me. That is how we have been able to work, a kind of, how do I say now, how we have been able to manage our being busy, right? So you need to be very intentional about it. So I told the woman that the possibility that the only thing you talk about is bill, and when the man sees the message, there's nothing else you're calling. So for him, he will not even know if there's any emergency or not, because business drifts marriage, business destroys marriage. So we are going to be talking about this, how you can overcome this, and the things you can put in place, the structures you can put in place that will help you to close this gap. Another thing, another intentionality we're not told is that nobody told us that romance must be protected deliberately. Romance dies when neglect comes in, and the very first thing devil does is to attack your romance in marriage. the first thing devil does is to attack your bedroom activity. The moment devil attacks your bedroom activity, that marriage is heading to destruction. And that's what they do. Because, I mean, happy couples intentionally create time for affection. They create time for compliments, thoughtful moments, quality time, emotional intimacy. But if you are not intentional and deliberate about all these things, you will see it as work, because the work that you are working would have taken over all this that I'm talking about. But hey, that intentionality is one thing that we must be very careful with. Again, nobody told us that conflict is normal in marriage. It's not a big deal. The big deal is how you handle your conflict. Many couples panic when disagreement happens. No, there must be disagreements in one or two things, right? But conflict is not the problem. The real problem is how you are handling the conflict, right? So you must learn how to pause, when to pause, how to apologize, when to repair, when to not to talk, when to talk. There are a whole lot of things that you need to learn, and these things are not easy if you don't have a community that helps you to put in check. Like I have a group where I teach couples. I teach married men and married women and single women on how to build beautiful marriage on a daily basis, right? And I tell them this, that I let them know that conflict is normal, right? But how you handle it, how you look at it, how you take charge of your emotion when that conflict is happening is what determines whether that conflict will escalate or not. So I give them tools, I give them structures that is going to help them put in place or put in check their emotions, because a lot of reactions that you get today or you do today in your marriage is out of of your emotion. And the final thing I'm going to be talking about this night is that nobody told us that marriage will require a shared vision. That is why a lot of people entered into marriage without creating their vision statement, their mission statement, their family mandate, their family rules and regulations. Many people don't have this. They are just there as husband and wife. The children start coming. Nothing is guiding their marriage. They're not thinking about a bigger picture. They're not thinking about anything. When couples stop moving in one direction, then definitely divorce or separation will happen, right? So you need to discuss a whole lot of things. I'm sure a lot of us went into marriage without discussing children, not discussing finance, not discussing growth, values, purpose, spiritual connection. Most of these things, people did not do that. They just saw each other. I love him, I love her. That's all. So these are things I help you. I give you structure. I am going to be giving you structures that will help you to put all these things in place, that will eliminate that confusion you are facing in your marriage. A mastering webinar, a mastering marriage webinar that is coming up tomorrow. Do not miss it. Unless you want to gamble yourself, gamble your heart. And you also know that I tell my women and I tell them that if you go to Kirikiri, right, you understand why you must learn how to do marriage the right way. Because if you don't learn how to do marriage the right way, it's either it lands you in Kirikiri because you commit crime, or it lands you in Yaba left because you will have mental issue, or it lands you in divorce or separation. So the choice is yours. Which do you want to learn? And if you don't want to marry, if you want to stay single, it is valid. Your choice is valid. Just stay single on your own. Nobody is disturbing you. But if you must go into marriage, the need for you to master how to do marriage right, I cannot overemphasize on it. Because I'm sure that the other four that I mentioned, you don't want to find yourself in it. Right? Divorce is not easy. Separation is not easy. Going to Kirikiri was. Going to Yaba left. I'm sure you know that. So why don't you bring out 1 hour 30 minutes and come and sit in the webinar and listen? And I can assure you that if you practice just one thing out of what I'm going to be giving you tomorrow in the webinar, right, your marriage will experience reset in 10 days or less. I'm not bragging. It is a guarantee God has given me, and I'm giving it to you, right? That if you sit with me, whether you want to do your one-on-one counseling, whether you want to do your group counseling, or you want to join Mastering Marriage, anyone you want to do, and you sit with me, and you are very intentional, ready to work on your marriage. I don't care the level your marriage is. I don't care where it is at right now. Even though you guys have separated, right? Talking about divorce, and you sit with me, right? I can assure you that if you work with me and the tools I'm going to be giving you, your marriage will experience reset in 10 days or less. It has happened for thousands of people. So your own will not be different, right? The cocoa is, are you ready to learn, unlearn, and practice? If you are ready, then let's go on this journey with me, because I still remain the queen of beautiful marriage. I make it happen with you. God is with us, and it's divine, and it's happening. God loves marriage. He instituted marriage, and He sent me to go and do this work by making sure that a lot of people learn how to do marriage the right way. So that's what I have for you this night. And if you have learned something this night, please share this video. You never can tell who is going to be saved this night with just this 30 minutes video. Share it, call your friends, tag whoever that is taggable that want to see beautiful marriage come and learn. And then I will see you tomorrow, right? I'm sure you want to be there. I'm sure you want to invite people. I'm sure you want to know, what is going to be happening. So prepare yourself tomorrow. If you want to any of our services, you can also send me a DM and I will reach you, or the number, the admin number that you're going to be seeing under this video, right? Don't forget, beautiful marriages are not by luck. You must build it intentionally. So I'll leave you here, and I'll see you tomorrow by 8 o'clock. And we are going to be sitting for 1 hour 30 minutes talking about how to do marriage the right way, because we are tired of confusion. If you're not tired, me, I'm tired of confusion, seeing confusion everywhere in marriage institutions. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching, and thank you for believing in us. Thank you for all your shares, your likes, and I see them. You're my strength. God bless you. Thank you for joining the movement of beautiful marriage, and I know that God will keep blessing you. And for those that are supporting our project, yay, we are almost there. We are starting July. We have gotten 5 hospitals out of, I think 4 hospitals out of the 6. So it's remaining, I think, Lagos and I think either Lagos and no, Abuja has gotten, okay, Lagos and Enugu to confirm their hospitals, and we're already about to start buying things. We are getting there little by little. Thank you so much for your support. God bless you, and your marriage will continue to be beautiful, right? And if your own is not beautiful as we speak, it can still be beautiful if you become intentional. So just send us hi and start the journey. Thank you for joining. I'll see you again tomorrow, the D-Day. Don't miss it. Bye.